Oh.
What's going on with Jack?
I have no idea.
Oh, 1 second, Sue. The real world is calling. Oh, hey guys. Sorry, I'm just in a metaverse.
Where?
You know, a metaverse. It's like our universe, but in digital form. It's very meta. Huh. I wonder if that's why it's called a metaverse.
And what do you do there?
Oh, well, anything you like, really. Like, right now, I'm watching a virtual production of Les Mis. It's very miserable, but the seats are great. And later, I'm going to go check out a little Snoopy Dogg concert.
Oh, I think you mean Snoop Dogg.
No, Snoopy, the cartoon dog. Anyway, I better get back. Intermission is almost over, and I've got to take a virtual pee, and I want to get some virtual popcorn before second act starts. See ya.
Well, that was virtually impossible to understand.
I can still hear you.
If you're like Liv and Nat here, you're probably scratching your head and wondering, what is a metaverse?
Could I just get one small popcorn? Actually make it large.
Well, to be honest, it's a little hard to explain because, according to most people, it doesn't really exist yet. But many are calling it the next evolution of the internet.
We are in the internet.
Yeah, it might sound like the stuff of science fiction, and that's because it kinda is. There have been plenty of books, TV shows, and movies that explore the idea of a metaverse. In these works of fiction, humans live their lives in the safety of the virtual world, represented by avatars to digitally go to work or school, social events, and, well, everything in between and beyond.
This is the Oasis. It's a place where the limits of reality are your own imagination.
It doesn't have to mean saying goodbye to the real world either. Some think the metaverse, rather than a whole separate thing, will be more like an extended version of what we see, combining wearable tech and augmented reality to interact with everyday objects and people around us.
Rory.
Yeah.
And many reckon existing video games like Roblox, Minecraft, and Fortnite are giving us a glimpse into what could be possible. Fortnite, for example, hosts virtual concerts with real-world artists that let attendees move around to watch the show however they want. You can even walk right up to the avatar of the artist, something that, trust me, doesn't work in the real world.
You like my hair? Gee, thanks. I just bought it.
As I was saying, we're going to have to focus.
Some big tech companies are already working on ways to make metaverses where you can work as well as play. Just last week, the guy behind these social media sites, Mark Zuckerberg, rebranded the name of his company to Meta to reflect the metaverse it plans on creating.
From now on, we're going to be Metaverse first, not Facebook first.
What if we can replicate that physical...
Microsoft is also working on its own version that they say will be an exact virtual copy of the real world that could be used to solve real problems and make real changes to the real world. But before you go grabbing your headsets, if you have one, it could still be a while before we see a metaverse like this. For starters, the technology is still being developed. It's going to cost a lot of money and take a lot of power to make one a reality. Then there's the finer details to work out. Like, who owns the metaverse? What are the rules? And who would enforce them? How will currency work? Are there other competing metaverses? And will I get to meet Beyoncé? They're all important questions, and some say there are many more important issues to solve before we log out of the real world and into a virtual one.
Well, that's better. I couldn't see anything with this on.